Guys, welcome to the Wednesday Cardone University Cardone On Demand Mastermind. My name's Steve Spray, coming to you live from the 305. We do this every single Wednesday so that way we can help out all of our clients on Cardone University and Cardone On Demand. So the intention for today's show is going to be to help you out in your business using the Cardone University and Cardone On Demand program to be able to help you guys out. So if you guys have any questions, challenges, problems, anything that we can help you out with, the point of today's show is so that you can call in, we handle the questions, make sure that way you don't have those issues anymore. So if you want to call in, I want you to write this down. The number, it's 305-865-8668. That's 305-865-8668. So less than 48 hours away from the 10X Growth Con. This will be the biggest event of the entire year for anybody. I mean, there's a lot going on. There's people already flying into Miami. There's going to be a lot going on. We got 24 speakers for this thing. So if you didn't get your tickets, not a problem. You can still get the live recording. Okay, you can still watch it live if you want to be there. If you want to pick one day, if you want to pick all 3 days, if you look at the schedule and you say, you know what, dude, I like Friday. Friday looks good, but I don't know if I'll be around Saturday, Sunday, and you don't need the recording for it, that's fine. If you want the recording so that you can have it for life, go to 10xgrowthcon.com/stream. That's where you're going to be able to get the live recording. So even if you can't make it, even if you couldn't even watch it this month, you'll still be able to get the live stream. So go there. 10xgrowthcon.com/stream recording and stream access will be there. So, guys, this week, what I want to talk about, we want to talk about quality questions. Okay, quality questions control the cycle. So the way that you get to the dominant buying motive, when you're inside Grant Cardone sales training, he's talking about, listen, find the dominant buying motive. Okay, the only reason anybody buys anything is to solve a problem. The way that we've got to figure that out, whether we're on a cold call, whether we're knocking on somebody's door, whether I'm in a presentation, I've got to figure out, hey, dude, how do I sell this person? How do I help them out? So quality questions actually control the sales cycle. That's what we're going to talk about today. So if you want to call up, you want to give me your business, you want to tell me, hey, this is what business I'm in. This is what I do. What kind of questions would you ask? Okay, I'm going to answer them for you. And then I'm going to show you how to use Cardone University to be able to master this one topic with quality questions, because it's all right inside the program. Everything that I'm telling you, it's right inside CardoneUniversity.com, okay? So that's what we're going to do.
Sales Summit's available for those people for $59.
The Sales Summit, where they go? The Sales Summit is available for those of you on this stream right now for $50. Okay, Grant just poked his head in and said, for $59. The Sales Summit will be available for you. Only you.
$59, enough to make you holla. Sales Summit, Kevin Harrington, Grant Cardone. Okay. Who is that first day? Jamie Shanks, Jerry Glant. I mean, it's unbelievable. The lineup is phenomenal. 8 hours of sales focus content. Victor Antonio. Let me just give you the list here, okay? This is going to happen. Kevin Harrington, Tom Cummings did $1 billion $254 million in sales last year. He's done over $1 billion in the last 5 years. Jack Giacontelli did $1.5 billion last year. Bobby Castro, $400 million in sales last year. 385. I'm sorry, I'm exaggerating. And then we're going to do a CEO panel. These 4 people, 3 people, including myself. Brad Lee will come up. Brad Lee provides more sales training on planet Earth than any other single human being alive. Victor Antonio has done sales training for industries around the world. Then bad boy, shark himself, little man, FUBU, $6 billion, Damon John. What does Damon John say on the Shark Tank? What's your sales? What's your sales? What's Mr. Wonderful say? What are your sales? Every Shark Tank, every night, sooner or later, Mark Cuban, Damon John, or Mr. Wonderful, Barbara Cochran, the drunk, is going to say, hey, what are your sales? Okay, so the first day, the Sales Summit, if all you want to do is grab the video conference, the live as well as the recorded, so you can watch part of it live, watch the rest later, it's only $59.
$59.
$59. That's how you pitch.
Dude, for the sales summit, guys, go there. So this is going to, that whole day is stacked, okay? It's going to be great for you. Okay, so $59 for those of you who are on the stream right now. You guys could actually go there to be able to get that. So if you want to go back and you want to see what Grant was talking about on this list, this whole lineup right here, what you're gonna get on the sales summit, go to the 10xgrowthcon.com. At the top, there's the agenda. It's available for you right there, so you can see what's happening. Okay, so guys, listen. If you want to call in, I'm taking callers right now. Lines are open to be able to call in. So call in. Give me your business, your company, your challenge, your problem. Okay, I'm going to ask you some quality questions to figure out how I can help you out. So 305-865-8668. That is the number to call in. So there's a few things that you want to know about quality questions. Okay, fact finding. Rob, what are you mic'd up? Man, what'd you learn about just because I know, because Rob's done a lot at Cardone University. 3 years ago, met Rob. Rob jumps on Cardone University. He does advertising sales. Okay, so, and he does extremely well. So what I want to know is what have you learned, Rob, just from
from fact finding?
Yeah, just from asking the right questions.
I mean,
how much does that change the difference in what happens inside the process?
Yeah, well, when I first started, I didn't really fact find too well, so I was missing a lot of opportunities. And what I find is that when I'm asking the questions, and I'm like, how much did you bring in last year? What's your salespeople? How many people do you have? Have you done digital marketing before? What did you like? What didn't work? That gives me information to tailor my pitch to solve the problem. And it's such a, it's so simple to ask the question, but it makes all the difference from the deal going from I'm not interested to let's close the thing. So
Exactly.
And I can speed up the process with the sales process too on that.
Yeah, absolutely speeds it up. And I'll tell you that, one of the things that I've learned just from I've been doing the program, drilling, I'm doing 6 segments every single day, minimum 6 segments every day for the past 4 years. And so what I've learned from using the quality questions that Grant talks about inside the fact finding in this program is that, and what I've noticed using it is that it's not only for me to figure out the dominant buying motive, it actually allows the client or the prospect to really walk themselves through why they need our product. So when I'm asking people a question, I'm telling you, hey man, have you ever looked at digital training before for your people? And he's like, yeah, we looked at something before. And I'm like, oh, good, man, that's awesome. Hey, what happened last time? Was there a reason why you guys didn't do it? And then he runs down the whole path, and I'm saying, excellent. So, it helps me walk him down the path to be like, oh, dude, you know what? God, dude, we should have done this. We need to do this right now. He gets it in his mind. So that's what's helped me out. So do you have something to add to that?
Oh, no. I mean, sometimes I just come right out. I'm like, what do you want?
Totally.
What do you want? Why did you call me today? Why are we on the phone? What can I help? What are you struggling with? Sometimes I just go right to I want to know.
Yeah.
And I have to ask them 7 or 8 times to really get at it, because the first answer usually is not really they're there.
Exactly.
But it also helps them sort out their own thing for solving it.
Exactly. And they're not always going to tell you too.
No, they're not.
They never tell you on the first question.
Yeah.
Right? So that's where when Grant talks about probing.
On the 30th question.
Exactly. So that's where Grant talks about. So one thing that we've noticed, and you see a lot of Grant talking about this, it's deep inside some of the segments in the fact finding. And let me show you where we're at right now, just so anybody on the stream here. So whenever you go inside the program, if you look inside sales process, so I don't care if you're in automotive sales, cellular phone sales, you sell furniture, okay, you sell phones, B2B, okay, I sell business to business, I talk to business owners, I talk to individuals every single day. If I don't use the quality fact-finding questions, then guess what? I never get the sale, because I never get the opportunity to understand why today, why now, why did you stop by our website, and so it goes deeper in there. So Grant talks to you about the questions not to ask. There's terrible questions out there. That's why he says, hey, listen, quality.
What's the worst question? The worst question you could ask.
The worst question you can ask?
That you know of.
Dude, there's a lot of bad questions you could ask, but let's actually.
If you had to pick one.
Well, the worst question that you could ask is this, man. It's when
budget.
Yeah, budget.
Yeah.
Whenever somebody tells you that, hey, listen, you know what? We're shopping around. We've looked at other people, and so we came to you. The worst question you can ask is, well, how much did they charge you? What was their price? Okay, where Grant talks about, hey, don't even, even when they start to tell you, hey, hey, don't share that with me, sir. Look, that wouldn't be fair to you. Let me present my product, give you my pricing, and that way you can make a decision on who would be the best for your company after that. Okay, so I got a call. I got Christine calling in, but what I wanted to talk about right there was this. Rob had mentioned that, hey, even after 30 times, dude, asking somebody a question, you don't always get the right answer. So when I ask a question, I'm talking about this. I'm saying, well, hey, Rob, when you guys typically look at advertising, what do you guys typically look for? And then when Rob drops me his blah, 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 his like canned response that he's given everybody, he's like, well, we typically look for 30% ROI, blah, blah, blah. It's such a BS. It's such a BS deal.
That's great. What are you really looking for?
Exactly. That's where you got to go in for question number 2. Well, perfect. What do you mean by that? Oh, awesome. What else do you mean? What do you mean by that? And then all of a sudden the guy pukes on you what he really wants, right? So I don't know if you've dealt with that. If you have dealt with that, call in. Let's share your experience right now. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how to handle it. The number is 305-865-8668. That's the number. I got Christine calling in. She's calling in from San Fran. Christine, how you doing today?
How are you?
I'm doing unbelievable. What's happening in San Fran?
I love it.
Yeah, good.
Sunny day yesterday, and today is foggy, and it's a great day for calling clients and making cold calls and engaging and all that good stuff. And so
yeah,
that's
love
why
that.
I'm calling you.
Love that. Well, we appreciate you calling every single Wednesday. But why today, though, Christine? Why today?
So why today? That's a good question. That's what I ask on my my strategy session calls. I am the LinkedIn Jedi Master, so I speak with people who are looking for LinkedIn help, and most of them find me on LinkedIn.
Okay, so good. Well, what are people doing on LinkedIn where they need your help, right? I mean, it's kind of just like you fill out a profile, right?
Yeah, so they apply to talk to me, or we message on LinkedIn, but basically everything is driving to a phone call. Get them on the phone.
Perfect.
Or buy a product.
So what questions are you asking to getting somebody to understand that? Okay. I know about your business. I know about your deal. I also always think about what is the other person thinking. So I'm trying to take responsibility for that other person. I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm the pro on LinkedIn. I'm trying to sell somebody else. So if I'm going to take responsibility for them because I did all the training and understanding the buyer and I can now think like that, well, I'm thinking about, what are they thinking when I tell them, hey, I'm an expert on LinkedIn, right? And what I personally think is that somebody on the other end is like, well, you just fill out the profile, right? You just click connect, right?
Yeah.
Right. So how do you get past that because see, that problem right there is the same problem that everybody's having in their business. So when you're watching right now, I want you to think about that. I want you to think about the problems Christine has when she's trying to contact somebody. What they may be thinking is, dude, I don't need that. I don't need that. So what I want to talk to Christine about is what questions are you asking to get past that, to get somebody to think, oh, wow, you know what? I do need that. I need that. Dude, I'm glad Christine connected with me. I'm glad she reached out. So what are you asking?
So I'm asking, it's kind of the whole breadcrumb, right? Somebody connects with me, or we start engaging, and I say, first, right now, I'm asking, do you have the new LinkedIn yet? Because LinkedIn just did a massive website redesign, the largest in their history, and everybody's kind of reeling from it.
I'm still reeling from it.
The second thing I ask is, how are you using LinkedIn? Some people use it for networking. Some people use it for business. Some people don't really use it at all. The third thing I ask is, how is LinkedIn working for you? And when they
do you find that like some of those questions are kind of like broad? People don't want to answer them?
I find a lot of people do answer them because I'm just connecting with them on LinkedIn.
Got it.
And
so you're coming in from like a
social standpoint.
It's like a cold call.
Cool. Okay. Excellent.
So I just want them to engage with me. So, but I'm absolutely calling for your expertise. So I want to get your opinion.
Okay, good. So what do you mean? So what was the question?
What?
So we're talking about quality questions to ask, on a cold call, on a cold email, when I'm doing most of my connecting on LinkedIn. So
good. Got it. So you're asking what quality questions that you could ask in your business to be able to get in touch with people. So what I would personally ask if I were you in your shoes, okay, let me show some people where to go. So the one thing that you want to know up front, guys, you want to understand the customer first, understanding the buyer. So the questions I'm getting ready to give you are going to come from understanding this piece right here. I got to understand everything about the customer. I got to understand their money. I got to understand this give. Give has everything to do with the prospecting that Christine's doing right now. Okay, because part of what I'm going to do is going to have to do with this piece right here. I got to give up front before I can start getting, right? And so now I'm trying to go to this part right here in the sales process where I go into the fact finding. And now I want you guys to write this down at home. Listen, you are collecting data. You are in data collection mode right now. Okay, what we're really trying to find out, what Christine is really trying to find out when she asks these questions, do they have a problem that she can fix?
Right.
That is what, so if you got to understand that first. You got to understand, hey, listen, I need to ask them questions that's going to get us to a place where I can find out, hey, do they even have a problem that I can fix? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask them this. Hey, great connecting. Notice that you do blah, blah, blah. How are you getting business from LinkedIn in that industry?
Right.
So I'm just going to ask them, hey, looks like, hey, thanks for connecting. Noticed that you were in this industry. How do you get leads through LinkedIn from this? Right? And then they may say, I'm just on here for connecting. I'm just on here for networking, right? So simple question. Maybe they may not even answer it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's the response for, because I think she's direct messaging people on LinkedIn.
You're asking what the direct message is?
Are you messaging people or are you cold calling people?
I'm messaging them.
What's the open rate of those messages? How many people open and respond? Like if you sent out 10,
yeah,
would 4 open?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sending out like 100 connection requests a day. And so I'm getting really good engagement.
When you say really good, what do you mean by that?
Back.
Yeah.
Do you mean 1%, 2%, 50%, 80%?
50.
Okay.
50, I would say. Because I just send out an invitation, I customize it, and I say, first name Bob. We have contacts in common. Now I'm sharing all my secrets. We have contacts in common. Would you like to connect? And just make it a real easy yes. And then when they connect, then I send them a welcome message, and I say, Bob, thanks so much for trusting me to connect. How are you getting business on LinkedIn? Or, do you have the new LinkedIn? Just somehow engaging.
Yeah, good. So, you could ask them the question. So that's a good question. You could go down that route of just asking them, hey, LinkedIn just came out. I'm a pro in that area. Most of my clients are getting X amount of leads. Additionally, since they came out with the new LinkedIn, let me know if I can ever be a resource.
Perfect.
Okay. That's what I always do. I'm always like, hey, we're crushing it in your industry right now. Let me know if I can ever be a resource. I'm kind of like the, hey, this is who I am. I see you. If you want to talk to me, let me know. That's kind of like the stance I'm coming at.
And that work for you on LinkedIn?
I usually get, hey, thanks for connecting. That's what I get every single time. And then I do this. I do the give. Dude, we're using this. Boom. I'm dropping them a solution. I'm giving them something they can win with right away. So I'm saying, hey, here's something for free. If you like that, let me know, because that's basically what I'm saying. I'm saying, hey, excellent. I use this in your industry with a company. They seen a 12% increase from this one thing alone. You'll probably like it. Okay. If you do like it, send it out to your people. And then if you want to chat about it, let me know when would be easiest to put you on my calendar. Okay. You got something wrong with that?
Can I say something else?
Absolutely, man. Drop
One
in there.
other thing I might suggest also, Christine, is that if you, let's say you don't get a response on LinkedIn, I would see if you could find them on other social platforms.
Right.
And reach out to them there with the same kind of engaging message, because your intention is to drive back to LinkedIn, correct? So, maybe they're not going to respond on LinkedIn, but they might on Facebook or they might on Twitter. It's an idea.
Right.
And Grant, that's in the training. Steve can show us where that's at.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole octopus strategy.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So Grant talks about a lot of this. Christine, really appreciate you calling in. Thanks a lot. So listen, guys, I'm going to show.
Appreciate your.
All right. Yeah. Hey, take care, Christine. Have an awesome day. I'll talk to you next week. Listen, guys, what Grant's doing inside the program is he's showing you how to do this type of communication, right? So he's talking about, listen, here is internet response, right? Internet response is not just when somebody hits a lead. Internet response is understanding the customer who shops online. If you sell online through LinkedIn, through Twitter, okay, this information here is for you. This is the internet lead response. This is a lead. You connect with them on Twitter, you connect with them on LinkedIn, you connect with them on Facebook. They are a lead. What type of response should you have?
This training is very helpful. I mean, I'm doing this all the time, and like this really lays a solid foundation for that.
Totally.
Solid.
Totally. See, so Rob connects with people online and then he sells them advertising, right? And so
I mean, you could sell anything that way. I'm just saying,
cars. So the people who miss this opportunity, the people who miss the opportunity to go inside internet lead response. And so if you have a comment about this, by the way, call in 305-865-8668. Even if you want to talk about something else, you want to drop me a script, objections, give it to me. We're going to handle it all for you this week. So listen, the thing that you're going to learn inside here, and most people miss this because they're thinking, well, I'm in a retail situation. I sell cars. I sell cell phones. We have customers who come through the internet and they hit the website, but they distribute those to the managers. So I don't ever deal with internet leads. No, dude, you deal with internet leads. Text message, emails, okay, on the follow-up, what your communication should look like. If you're trying to get extra leads through social media, look, you got to understand the communication cycles, and that's where you're going to see it inside internet lead response. They are a lead. What you also want to learn, and so Rob could probably tell you all about this, right? The mistakes that Grant talks about inside here, okay? If you don't know the mistakes, dude, you just make a ton of them, right? So I'm sitting inside the mistakes that you're going to get, and so these are the different things. So
dude, number 3 is if you're getting an internet lead, if you get an internet lead, you know they're already warm.
Totally.
Like for me, if somebody hits me, I know that they're interested. I've already known that they've looked at it. Some of them assume that they don't, but that for me is like, you know.
Yeah. Well, number 11 down there.
Number 7 too.
Okay. Yeah. So Rob's saying this, guys. Rob's saying, look, number 3, number 7 were game changers for him. He sells advertising, right? So they rely on only one form of communication.
I mean, you guys, how many different ways do you guys hit people?
Dude, I just got off a phone call with a guy, closing with him, and his favorite part about the deal, this was an old guy. I mean, he's not that old. I mean, the guy's 50, right? Probably. He's probably anywhere from 45 to 55, if I had to guess, right? So, I mean, this guy should not be the type of guy who connects on virtual video if he was going by, if he was actually going by, what today's standards were, right? So, you think, oh, old people aren't on social. They only connect. Dude, if you're only relying on one way to communicate with people, if you're only relying on email, you are losing deals. Okay, you need to go to tiredofmissingsales.com. That's where you need to go, because I know for sure you're missing sales. If you're only relying on the phone call, you are missing sales. Okay, and that's where Cardone University is going to open up your awareness of like, okay, well, I think I'm missing sales. I see the opportunities. I don't want to just sell on the phone, but how do I use these other communication cycles? So this is where like follow-up comes in. So there's so many places inside the program that Grant talks about this material. I'll show you. Okay, so that would be one example. The other example would be this. All of the communication that I learned on social media came from Master the Cold Call, right? Everything Grant talks about on the fact finding in there, I learned inside Master the Cold Call, the follow-up program. Now, these are some of the best strategies that I've seen how to use follow-up tools right here. So if you're telling yourself right now, hey, you know what, dude, I probably only have been using just the phone call, or you know what, I really only use email strategy to connect with people. Dude, you need to step your game up. You need to start using some of these. What I would do, I wouldn't even do anything for the rest of the day except for get on here, go through these 13 strategies and figure out how do I take not just 1 or 2 of these, but how do I take all 13 of these strategies and I place it into my always. This is what I will always do for every single lead, every single time, whether they hit my website, they're a cold call, whether they're somebody who walked into my showroom floor, or no matter what the situation is, how do I use all of these to follow up a customer? And so that's what the follow-up tool is going to be about. It's going to be about the structured strategy Grant would use on using all those. Did you follow up somebody 13 different ways, just covering somebody up? Rob, you've seen it. Okay.
Done it.
How much of a difference does that make whenever you're literally like covering somebody up that way there are no other options? I mean, you know you're the right option anyways.
Of course. Yeah, no, it literally, and people actually thank you for that. They actually are impressed that you can do it. They're like, man, I've never seen anybody freaking hit me with Twitter videos and Facebook. I don't even know where to go. Everywhere you are, everywhere I go, there you are.
Left, right. Dude, see,
like
now this was the guy that I just got off the phone with earlier, okay, working with a new company. The guy said, dude, your follow-up was unbelievable. I'm like, dude, I know it was good because I'm on that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I told him straight up. I said, dude, it's because of the training. Okay, I wasn't born like that, dude. I wasn't born and I came out of my mom. And I'm like, dude, I found all these great follow-up strategies. I'm going to take Jared. He's calling in from Texas. Jared, how you doing today, bud? Jared.
So you guys are the best in the business, and I want to practice with the best. So really, I'm calling in. I sell personal training to members over here in Lubbock, Texas. And so I'm going to try to sell you guys real quick, and if you guys could critique me and see where I could do better, okay?
Dude, I love that, man. Are you on Cardone University?
Need to. I don't have $4K in the bank, man, and that's what it's all about, is sales.
Let's get you there, man. Let's get you there. Let me ask you this, though. Have you hooked up with the 10X GrowthCon live stream yet?
So I caught Grant Cardone maybe 2 days ago.
Okay.
And just blowing my mind with some stuff. So really trying to get in touch and hit it from all angles.
Good, man. Well, how can we help you out in your business, man? Let's go. Let's shoot. Let's evaluate you. Let's see what's happening.
All right. You're going to sit right in front of me, and we're going to get started. Hey, how you doing? My name is Jared Pratt. I see you just joined the membership today. What brings you in? You trying to lose some weight or build some muscle?
Dude, you know me. I'm trying to build that muscle, brother.
Okay, that's good. That's awesome. So give me a little rundown on what you do when you come in here. Are you hitting some free weights, some cardio first? How's it look?
Yeah, you know, I just work out at home. I got some weights.
Okay, you got some weights. Well, what's our main goal, man? You came through those doors on purpose, so I want to help you achieve your goals. What's your main goal? You said you want to gain some muscle, but how much are we talking, 2 to 5 pounds?
Maybe. Yeah, probably. I'd say 8. If you can give me 8 pounds of muscle.
Okay, awesome. Where's that put us at for our starting weight there, buddy?
I'm sorry?
Where's that put us at for our starting weight? What's your weight right now?
Dude, I'm at 171 right now. Lean.
Oh, lean. Okay, that's awesome. What's your age?
I'm 30 years old.
Okay, and what's your height?
Dude, I'm 5'9" and 3/4.
Man, looking at these stats right here, it's going to be easiest to get those 5 pounds on, 8, maybe even 10, man. So here's what I got. You just signed up with the gym with us. I'm going to get you a workout with me because what I do is personalized workout for people like you. So are you coming in tomorrow or Thursday?
Okay, so here's what I would do to critique. Jared, that was awesome, man. Hey, thanks a lot, dude. It sounds like you got your deal down. So here's what I would do to critique Jared a little bit. So this is where Grant's training in the system comes in. He's really just asking very, very specific questions, when what I would do is I would ask a little bit more open-ended questions. That's what Grant talks about. He says, hey, listen, we got to ask a little bit more open-ended, right? Because he's kind of just like going in, and those are more qualifying questions of, you know, how, like, I think that would be, some of the questions he was asking were probably a little bit further in the stage, more of like, okay, well, how do we get specifically to what our workouts are going to look like? What I would try to figure out, if he's trying to sell me on a package, you know, like I need to figure out the why. I need to figure out the why now. Like, dude, look at me, okay? I'm freaking in shape. I already work out every single day. I'll tell you personally, I got personal trainers who ask me to work out all the time who I'm in better shape than they are. So that is one thing that I personally have a problem with. I'm like, dude, how you going to teach me how to get better in shape, dude, when I'm in better shape than you, big dog? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm always thinking. So he needs to dig deep. So asking the open-ended questions is going to help me get to the place where I'm like, well, you know what? I know I can always do better. I know I do better when I get pushed. You know, and dude, I'm just freaking bored of working out. I would pay somebody just to hang out because I work out every single day and I work out by myself. You know, I would like somebody there to kind of like coach me, get me going. So dude, I got to ask quality questions. Okay, that's step number one. The other thing is I got to get answers to the questions. Now, when sometimes, like he was asking a couple different questions, and I'd kind of give him like a little half fake answer, like yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I do this or that or whatever. Dude, you need to ask real questions. So if somebody doesn't answer, you need to ask them again. Hey, what do you mean by that? Or you need to ask them, yeah, hey, I know you don't want to answer this right now. Okay, maybe you don't want to answer this right now, but if you were going to answer it, what would it be? Okay, like just go back and re-ask it again, because if the 1 second, write this down if you're taking notes at home, the first second that you allow them to not answer your questions, you lose all control of the cycle. Okay, you are done, hands off, and then you lost. So like when you're on a demo, maybe you're talking to like a decision maker, the first second that you allow them to not answer a question, you've lost all control, and you will lose it for the rest of the deal. And then you'll never get them sold because they'll never really answer your question. So, get the answer to the question. Okay. Number 3, you need to ask the open-ended questions so that way they can talk about it. Again, I talked about this with Rob earlier. What I felt like when I was learning the fact-finding questions was I was getting the other person to talk about why they needed to do this before I presented it to them. I got to find out the dominant buying motive. I got to figure out what problem can I solve, right? So Jared calls up and he all of a sudden pitches me, assuming that I'm dying to have him be my personal trainer. Dude, I'm in great shape, okay? I don't need a personal trainer, okay? Now, he could probably talk me into getting one because there's definitely things that I want. There's definitely reasons why I would do it. I got the money. I'm a qualified buyer, okay? But it's not necessarily something top of mind. So that is your job as a salesperson to find out what problems can I solve. And that's how you become a salesperson, guys. So you're going to find all that inside Cardone University. That's what we're going to be talking about. That's what Grant trains on in every single thing inside Cardone University. So listen, this week, guys, we talked about fact finding. We talked a lot about, what to do whenever you're either, number one, pitching a prospect. If I'm going to do a cold call, I got to ask the right quality questions. I got this amount of time to get in touch with somebody. If I'm in a presentation, if I'm like Jared, I got a guy sitting down in front of me, I got to ask the right questions. I can't just bury them with closed-ended questions because I never let them talk about why they're here, what they're doing, what their problem is, because people only buy things to solve a problem. People only buy advertising to solve a problem. People only buy weight training to solve a problem. People only buy Cardone University to solve a problem. Okay, so guys, thanks for showing up here this week. Listen, we've got the 10X Growth Con. It is less than 48 hours away. Rob, how many hours we even got on this thing?
I know, we got less than 40 hours now.
Yeah, there's less than 40 hours, dude. I'm telling you what, we've already got people in Miami, okay, going crazy. I'm getting text messages from clients saying, hey, I'm in town. We're here. Let's get this thing going. Dude, they're already at the hotel. They can't wait. Okay, so if you didn't get the tickets this year, dude, no problem. Okay, no problem. You can get the recording of it. Don't miss this. Do not miss this. Do not, okay, value yourself enough to say, hey, you know what? Dude, I'm worth it. I'm worth it to make the investment. What I want to do is I want to get the information that they have. I'll tell you what, okay? I mean, I'm around Grant Cardone every single day. I see how excited he is to be around these people, okay? All of these people know that, hey, listen, you get around the right people, you get the right information. It's what helps you get to the next level. So go to 10xgrowthcon.com/stream. Okay, there's multiple different options there. You don't have to buy the live event. You don't have to buy the recording forever. You can just buy one day package and keep that package every single day. So if you only like one of the days, or if you like all 3 of the days, dude, get them all. So 10xgrowthcon.com/stream. My name's Steve Spray. Come to you live every single Wednesday from the 305. That's where we're at. And we come to you to help you out with Cardone University, Cardone on Demand. So guys, have a great week. I'm going to see you back here next Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks a lot.